Welcome back to Amy Kardashian and the Expert Show, where the experts share their knowledge, wisdom, and powerful insights to help you transform your business and personal life. This show is about real-world education and beyond. I have a wonderful guest with me on Skype today. Her name is Harriet Schock. And Harriet, she's going to talk about how to write songs with emotional impact. How are you, Harriet? Nice to have you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, okay. I have heard a lot of good things from Stephanie Thompson about you. She knows you for years now.
And yes.
Yeah,
yes, Stephanie, she was one of my students or one of the people who sang my songs. We have many connections.
Yes, that's great. And she really highly recommended you to be on the show to share your knowledge. We're so excited to have you. And tell us, what do we need to know? What we need to learn about writing a song?
Well, you see, it's a funny thing. I was not aware that songwriting could actually be taught until USC called me and asked me to teach songwriting. Mm-hmm. And in 1985, and I said, I'm sorry, it can't be taught. So the next year they called and asked me to teach it because they wanted to start a songwriting department. So I felt like if they were going to honor me by asking me, I should say yes. So I started teaching then, and I discovered that a lot of people speak English and play an instrument, so they think they're songwriters, but actually there's quite a technology to it, especially if you want to impact the listener emotionally, which is what I specialize in.
Yeah, and that's what songs should do. Right?
Some songs just make you feel good, and that's okay too.
Yes. Well, emotional, either good or sad or whatever it is. A song must touch your heart, touch your emotions, and that's what we look for. That's what successful songs are. They just touch your feelings. Okay, and how did you teach them? Share with us.
Well, I started with these kids at USC, and they were really, they were 17, 18 years old. They weren't really motivated, but they tried, and I learned a lot, and hopefully they learned something, because I was just starting. And that was when I developed a step-by-step method that helped exercise every muscle of songwriting, because you see a ballet dancer and she gets up and does Swan Lake and you think, I should be able to do that. But she's been isolating muscles and exercising them for years.
Yeah.
And yet songwriters think they can just be hatched and be able to write songs, but there are individual muscles that have to be exercised, they have to be found and developed. And then after a while of doing it, you get better and better, and your muscles get stronger.
Correct. So first of all, give us, so after you understand, first of all, what you're saying is you need to understand is something you need to, even if you have it naturally, you still need to learn how to use some techniques to make it more impactful.
Think so.
Right?
But I mean, you've made a very good point, Amy. If they naturally have talent, that helps immensely. Let's say they can play by ear, so they know music enough to carry a tune, find chords, pick out someone else's song. That's very important. And then lyrically, they know how to communicate clearly. They can actually have a conversation with you, tell you a story, and you know what happened. You'd be amazed how many people can't do that. So it's helpful to have natural talent, ability to communicate, musical ability, and then after that, you find the muscles and exercise them.
Yes, it's like speakers. People, I did seminars. I did seminars for years. And people come to the seminar and they say, "Oh, I could do that." And then they go out to try to do it. It's not just easy. You have to put your time, you have to really build it, you have to work it, you have to practice it in order to really, to get to what they're seeing. It's easier said than done.
Yes.
But because the other person makes it easier for us to see as a absorber, then we
That's
think
right.
it's easy to do it. So what you're saying, songwriting almost the same. You still have to practice, even if you have the talent for it.
Yes, but some people practice, it's like a golf swing that you're doing wrong. If you practice it over and over, it becomes a bad habit. But if you are doing it correctly and you practice it over and over, you get stronger in the right way. So what I try to do is I get them to find the muscles, exercise them properly, and write a song from beginning to end with this technique that helps them have, for instance, here's a way to get emotional impact.
Okay.
Write something real. It doesn't mean factual, but something real that you have reality on, that either happened to you or you know the emotion is real. And then write visually, write with pictures. I used to teach a fireman who said that his students would, his clients would run back into burning buildings for their picture collections. People love pictures. And if you write with pictures, they will be able to put their own lives into your song so that they're having an experience.
Nice. So someone like you, basically you coach them, right?
Yes.
You coach them, they have an idea, they have some pictures, and you help them to put the pictures together to make it complete song. Is that correct?
Yes, I have one of the steps helps them get the pictures out of their story, because just saying I love you, you have to believe me, that's very abstract and conceptual. But if they have the pictures to prove their point, it's like every song, I feel, is like a court case. You're in front of the jury and you're trying to prove your case.
That's
so the
great
pictures
analogy.
are like exhibit A, exhibit B, and then by the end the girl is convinced to go out with you or whatever you're writing about.
Okay. So there is some certain people who can coach, right? What they need to look for example, if I don't want to write songs, but if some of the viewers, they want to write songs and they will connect with somebody like yourself to help them, right? So you're recommending to have some help. Is that correct?
So I teach people all over the world. What I do is I send them their assignments and they send them back. And on the third assignment, we start the steps, the step-by-step process. I've been teaching for 30 years. And they will do a step, which is one muscle of songwriting they're exercising. It's also part of writing the song. They send me that step, I go over it with them, and I send them the next step, unless they have to do that step again, because if any step along the way is done incorrectly, the whole song will be wrong. It's like tacking into the wind in a sailboat. You correct and correct until you get exactly where you want to go. So it works really well for them to send it to me before it's all done and rhyming with a melody and everything. Every step comes to me, and then I say, yeah, you might change this, and then they change that, and then I give them the next step. It's amazing. People who've never written a song will write something that is phenomenal.
Yes. Let me ask you a question. So if they're looking for a coach to help them write the song, anybody can claim I'm a coach. Now, you're not just claiming because you've been teaching for 30 years, right? So you earned it. But there's a lot of people out there, they claim they're coaches on so many different ways. So many different, they're coaches on health, or they're coach on this, or they coach on songs or music or whatever. What they need to look for if they're looking for a coach to write a song, which kind of coach they need to look for? What signs?
What I would look for, I would look at the work of the person I'm going to study with. Do I like the way that person writes?
Is your style or not?
Yeah, and I would look at whether they've been successful, but more than that, I would look at, do I like their writing? A lot of my students have never even heard, they've heard my hit songs, but they don't really know the body of work that I have. But the ones who have studied it actually get better faster because they've learned what it is I'm teaching by hearing what it is I've done, because I use the same principles in my own writing.
Okay, so there is an example. So before you hire anyone, just listen to their music or listen to what they wrote. They might be not singers necessarily, but they could write songs. Is that correct?
Yes,
You don't have to
definitely.
be
You
a
don't have to
singer
be
in
a
order
singer.
to.
You don't even have
Yeah.
to be a musician. You could just write lyrics.
Okay.
You don't have to be a composer. I mean, a lyricist, you could just write music, but I usually get people writing both.
Okay.
But you've been in your business, for instance, somebody could jump up and say, I know how to do what you do, but it's very difficult. I've done what you've done on occasion. Oh my heavens, I couldn't do that. I'd go crazy if I had to do it all the time.
Okay.
You're very good at it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to give them your website or any contact information you'd like to give out.
Certainly. Yeah. I mean, my website is my name, which you have to spell. So it's Harriet Schock, HarrietSchock.com. And they can reach me there, and they can call my home number at 323-934-5691. And you can Google me. I'm all over the place. You can listen to my songs. You can listen to videos of my students and me teaching. If they listen to all that and they still want to study with me, then I definitely want to hear from them.
Great. Well, it's very nice to have you, Harriet. We'd like you guys to connect with the wonderful writer here. And thank you so much for having you. It was a pleasure having you with us. And thank you for watching. Until next time, please stay focused on your purpose. See you next time.
Are you frustrated and wasting time searching for high-quality education and entertainment and not finding it? Stop wasting your time. We've got your solution. Our 3 dynamic and unique online TV shows provide you with high-quality and easy-to-find content. Everything from business skills and self-development to book and movie reviews and everything in between. At akexpertstv.com, you'll find high-quality experts in their field, in one place, at no cost to you. Visit www.akexpertstv.com today.